welcome back. So we're now on day 25, so only 5 days away now. So today we're going to be looking at Pilates for full body stretch. So I'm going to take you through a flow that's going to stretch everything all the way from the head to the toe. So you don't need any props for today, so you just need your bodies and your mats, and we'll get started. So we're going to start in your 4-point kneeling position. So when you're ready, if you come to your hands and knees, so hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and then just find that neutral position. And I'm just going to start by rotating the head and neck and also rotating the hips and pelvis. So you're going to turn and rotate the head and neck to the right, and at the same time just shift your pelvis and hips over to the right, and you're just looking back towards your tailbone. Draw the belly button in and then just return all the way back to your center. Then again on the other side, it's just going to turn and rotate, and then come back to the middle. Good, and then again. Good, just noticing how that feels. So notice any sensations, maybe in the neck, maybe in the spine. And then last one. And then come back to your center. Good. Okay, now we're going to stretch the right leg away from you. So just slide it along the mat. And then from here, we're just going to push into your heel. So push back as much as you can, just to stretch a little bit into your Achilles, into your calves, and the whole of the back of your leg. And then just going to come forward, and then back, and then forward, and back. Good. Keep those abdominals engaged. Just do that once more, and then come back to the middle, and then again to the other side. So stretch the left leg away, so push and hold to start with. Good, and again, just noticing how that feels, and then again, just going to move back and forth. Good, and then one more. Well done, and then just slide your knee back underneath the hip. Good. Okay, so now from here, we're going to come into thread the needle to get more rotation into the body. So you're going to stretch the right leg back behind you. Now, again, just want to keep it nice and long. So just really think about lengthening the back of your knee there and keep it that way. And then just going to flip the left hand over, so palm of the hand facing up towards the chest. Bend your supporting elbow, and then just going to feed the arm through the gap there. You're going to hold that position, and then you're going to press through the hand, keep lengthening that right leg as you lift your arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Look towards the hand if that feels okay on your neck, and then when you're ready, just bring the hand all the way back down, bring the knee back under, and then again on the other side. Okay, so you're going to stretch the left leg away, and again flip the right hand over and into your twist. So you're going to inhale and hold this position, and then exhale, you're going to come all the way back up, and then hold, and then coming back down. Good, and then repeat. Yeah, so this is so good for the spine, such a nice stretch, and to get that rotation into the back. That's it, and then come up. Good, keep lengthening the leg, and last one. Good, and then once you've done your last one, bring the knee underneath the hip, and then when you're ready, you're just going to sit all the way back into your resting position. So just to stretch the lower back, reach those arms forward, and just to stretch the front of your shoulders, you just press those fingertips down into the floor, so spider fingers. That's it, so spread the fingers as wide as you can, press the fingertips down, and hold it there. Good, and I'm going to take one more breath in this position. And then when you're ready, we're going to come to, again, 4-point kneeling. But we're now going to come into a downward dog to stretch the back of your legs a bit more. So again, we're just going to walk your hands just a bit further away, so they're not quite underneath the shoulders anymore. And then when you're ready, just going to pull the belly button in, tuck the pelvis under, lift the hips, lift the pelvis, and then send the hips up and back. pressing the heels into the floor, sending the chest towards your thighs, letting the head and neck go, and then pressing those heels down as close as you can to the mat that feels comfortable for you. And please do not worry if your heels are not touching the floor. It really doesn't matter. You'll feel the stretch just as much as anyone else. That's it. So we're going to now move the feet. So just going to press the left heel down, lifting the right heel. Then you're going to switch to the other side. So just going to breathe in and then breathe out to switch. And then breathing in and then breathe out to switch. Good. That's it. And then just do one more on each side. And again, just noticing how that feels at the back of the legs. So definitely very tight for me today. So when you're ready, just going to transfer the weight over to your left foot, pick up the right foot, and then just send that leg straight up towards the ceiling and really get it as high as you can. And then when you're ready, you're just going to look forward towards the end of your mat, and you're going to bend your knee, and you're just going to bring your foot as far forward as you can in between the hands and bring the knee down towards the floor there. Okay, and then from this position, so do grab a cushion for your knee just to help, if that feels uncomfortable. And then when you're ready, you're just going to lift your arms all the way above the head. Then you're going to hold this position, take a breath in, and then breathe out. We're just going to straighten the knee and straighten your leg. Then we're going to bend your knee and we're going to come forward again. And then we'll repeat that. So just going to press away, straighten the knee, straighten the leg, and then bend your knee. And then again. That's it. Good, looking straight ahead, making sure you're tucking that pelvis under a little bit. That's it. Good, and then two more. And last time, this time we're going to hold it there in that lunge position. Then we're going to bring your hands down either side of your foot. Now for this next bit, you can keep your knee on the floor or lift the knee. So if you can, do lift the knee and then transfer the weight over to your left hand. Come into another twist. So you're going to lift that right arm up. Look towards the hand if it feels comfortable. Press into that back heel again like we did a minute ago. And then feel the front knee kind of press forward. So you want to feel your legs lengthen away from each other. And feel your hips lengthening away from each other. Just breathing in and breathing out. Okay, and then take one more breath here, and then lower the hand down to the floor, lower the knee down, and we're now going to come into a runner's stretch. So when you're ready, just going to sit back again, and then you're going to flex the foot as much as you can, and then bend that right knee as much as you need to, just to make it more comfortable, especially if you're feeling very tight in the hamstrings and the back. And then we're just going to hold it here, and then lengthen your tailbone, bring your chest, bring your breastbone forward. Yeah, and just notice those strong sensations in the back of your leg there. Breathing in and breathing out. Good, and we're going to stay here for a little bit longer, and we're now going to move your spine. So basically coming into a cat stretch. So from this position, just going to inhale, and then as you exhale, just going to curve the spine. So just let the head and neck drop forward. Take a breath in and breathing out as you come into that extended cat. And then again, so you're going to take a breath in, breathing out, coming into that angry cat. Inhale and hold. Exhale as you come into that extension. One last time. Good, and then finding that length, finding that extension there of the spine, and then when you're ready from there, just lower the foot all the way back down to the floor, bend your knee, and then just take your hands now to the inside of the leg and the hip, and then just walk that right foot to the outer edge of the mat there, and then you're going to roll and turn out the hip, so your toes are pointing outwards there. Drop the knee if that feels comfortable, and relax the back toe, and you can stay up here in this position if that feels strong already, or you can come down onto your elbows and forearms and just hold it there. So inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. So quite a deep stretch for the hip here. Do listen to your bodies. And then take one more breath in this position. And if you're on your elbows and forearms, just bring yourself back up. And now just going to do some movement for the shoulders. So again, you're going to take your right arm up towards the ceiling, and you're going to follow it all the way around and take it back behind you. And then you're going to lift it all the way back up again and bring it forward and down. And then again, so you're going to inhale and exhale. And breathing in and breathing out. Okay, one last time. Well done. And just bring that hand back down to the floor. And then slide that foot back round, so knees back underneath the hip. And then we repeat that whole flow again, but going back to your downward dog position. So again, if you just take your hands a bit further forward, tuck the toes under, lift your hips up and back, and then hold that position. So just breathing in for your nose, out for your mouth. And again, just walk through the feet up and down. And again, just noticing how that feels in the body, and those legs especially. That's it. And then do one more on each side, and they might even feel a little bit closer to the floor this time around. And press your heels back as much as you can. Then again, transfer the weight over to the right foot, and now lift the left leg away. And again, send your chest towards your thighs as much as you can. Take a breath in, and then breathe out, look forward, bend your knee, and then bring that foot to the front of your mat as much as you can, so it's in between the hands there. Okay, and then when you're ready, so again, cushion underneath the knee if needed, and then take your hands all the way up above the head. And then you're going to straighten the knee, straighten the leg, and then flex the foot. Then you're going to roll for the foot, bend your knee, and sink into those hips. And again, so you're going to push back, and flex, and then rolling through the foot there. And again. Good, and again, you may notice difference in the hips here. Good, and then last one. And we're going to hold the position. Then we're going to float the arms down. Then you're going to lift that back knee away. And then when you're ready, transfer the weight and then lift your arm up. So again, try and keep those hips down as much as you can. And then if possible, again, lift the knee away. But if not, yeah, keep it on the floor. So whatever's most comfortable for you. Sit and press into the heel. For your knee, move forward. And then take one more breath. And then lower the hand down to the mat. And you're just going to bend your knee there. And then you're going to come into the runner's stretch. So you're just going to sit back again. Straighten your knee as much as you can, or do have it bent if needed. And then just going to hold it there. And again, really think about lengthening your tailbone. So tailbone lengthening one way, lifting the chest, lifting the breastbone, and then just holding that stretch there. Just breathing in for your nose, out for your mouth. Good, and just take one more breath in that position. Good, and then when you're ready, just going to roll through your spine. So you're just going to release the head and drop forward into that angry cat. Take a breath in, and then breathe out into that extended cat. So bringing the chest, bringing the breastbone forward. And again, take a breath in, and breathing out. And then into your extension. And into the angry cat. We'll do this one more time. And last one. Good, and again, just find that length in the spine. And then when you're ready, just going to roll through the foot and then bend your knee. And then just bring your hands again into the inside of the leg. Okay, so just walk your foot out to the edge of the mat. Turn out the hip and then roll to the outer edge of the foot. Relax that back toe and either stay up here in this upright position, which again can feel quite strong already. So stay there, or again, come onto your elbows and forearms. So please do listen to your bodies. So remember, when you're stretching, you should hopefully not feel any pain. You get quite strong sensations, but yeah, not pain. And then remember to breathe as well. So you kind of know if you've gone maybe a little bit too far into the stretch because the breathing becomes a bit more restricted, feels a bit more harder, and it's just harder to relax. So do take it back a bit, just so you're able to hold it for a little bit longer. Okay, and just take one more breath in this position. And then when you're ready, just again, if you're on your elbows and forearms, push yourself up. Again, keep sinking into the hips as we move the shoulder. So you're going to lift the left arm up and follow the hand all the way around. And then lift your arm up and then all the way forward. And again, so continuing to open the hip. Let's get movement into the shoulder. And then last one. And inhale. And then exhale. Good, well done. And then from there, just going to take that foot back. And now this time we're going to come into a child's pose. So just going to take your knees as wide as the mat. So you should feel quite open now. And send your tailbone towards your heels. Reach those arms forward and releasing the head and neck there. So just take a few breaths in this position. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good, and then just take one more breath in this position, and when you're ready, just start to walk your hands in, and you're now going to come into a seated position. So just going to stretch into the glutes a little bit now. So we'll do the glutes. So from here, we're going to cross your legs over. So we're going to bring your right leg over your left leg. And if that's not available to you, you could sit cross-legged with the right leg in front. And again, you could also do this position lying on your back as well. So you could do it this way and then just grab the feet and pull them towards you. That's another option. Okay, so if you can, so right leg over the left, sit cross-legged or in this position. So really trying to get those knees to stack on one on top of each other. And then when you're ready, you're just going to have your hands in front and you're just going to walk forward. And then just again, keep the spine straight and long to start with. And then when you're ready, just fold forward. So let the head and neck drop and then just hold that position. So just breathing in through your nose and out through the mouth. And if you're lying on your back, think about pulling the feet, the ankles towards you and then hold. Good, and take one more breath here. And when you're ready, just roll yourself up. Good, and then we're going to swap over and do the other side. So same again. Okay, so again, if you're lying down on your back, just swap the legs around. And again, if you were sitting cross-legged, have the left leg in front this time. And again, knees stack on top of each other if you're in this position. And again, your hands are going to be in front of you. Just going to walk forward. And then just going to keep the back straight first, lengthen your tailbone, head and neck in line, and then breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then when you're ready, in your own time, just start to fold forward, and if possible, bringing your elbows down to the floor if you're in a seated position. And remember, aiming to grab the feet if you're lying down on your back. Good, and then take one more breath in this position. Well done, and when you're ready, just going to roll yourself up. And if you're lying on your back, if you just come back up to sitting when you're ready. And we're now going to sit in we're going to come into a mermaid stretch, but we're going to have a different, the legs are going to be slightly different than we've done before in previous classes. So your knees are going to be stacked on top of each other, feet stacked on top of each other. So you've got your right leg on top and your right hand is on the ankle. Left hand is out to the side there. And just notice where your weight is. So we want to move this left hand in a minute. So we don't want all the weight to be over here. So you want to shift your body weight over. So you want to feel like you're stacked on top of those hips. And then this arm should then feel free to move up towards the ceiling. And then you take a breath in here, and then as you breathe out, just going to reach over to the side and just going to hold it in that position. Now you can change the legs into this hurdle position if that feels more comfortable, then feel free to do that. Or come into a frog as well, that's always an option. Yay. So just again, listen to your bodies. Good, and notice how this feels across those ribs. So quite tight. And then take one more breath here. And when you're ready, lower the hand back down. Well done. Okay, now swap over, do the other side. So just swing the legs around. Okay, so same again. So have the left leg on top, feet are stacked, knees are stacked on top of each other. Yep, and again, hand is away from the body. And again, take your weight over, so you're right on top of those hips. Okay, and then that right arm should now be free to lift up. Okay, now when you're ready, take a breath in, and then breathe out. When you're ready, go up and over into that side stretch, and hold, breathing in, and breathing out. So really try and get the rib cage to expand. And then take one more breath in this position. Well done, and when you're ready, just bring the hand down to the floor. Good, and then from here we're going to come into a stretch now for your feet. So if we come to a high kneeling position. Now again, different options here depending on how it feels on your feet. So if we can, we're going to tuck your toes under there. And then we're going to sit all the way back, so tailbone towards the heels there. And then we're just going to sit in that position. And again, you could pop a cushion underneath as well here, just to, again, make it more comfortable. Or you can, if this is too much pressure, or especially if you've got any arthritis in your toes, you could come forward into a shell stretch, resting position, and yeah, hold it here, just to take the pressure away a little bit. Okay, and if you're in the high kneeling position, again, just think about your posture, think about that natural curve in your spine, opening up through your chest, through your collarbones, shoulder blades wide. Good, and then take one more breath in this position. And then when you're ready, we're going to come into a crouch. So we're going to tuck the toes, and your toes are already tucked under, lift your knees away. And then from here, we're going to see if we can come into a yogi squat. So if possible, just move your feet outwards, so towards the edge of the mat. And then just rotate the hips in, and then send your hips down towards the floor. And then bring your elbows and forearms into the inside of the legs. Bring your hands into that prayer position. And then drop that tailbone to the floor as much as you can. And again, you can be on your heels here, on the balls of your feet here, or you could pop cushions underneath your heels if needed. And just breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, and then when you're ready, we're going to use this squat now to bring you up to standing, okay? So when you're ready, you're just going to press those feet into the floor, straighten the knees, straighten your legs, and come all the way up to your standing position. Well done. Okay, and then from here, just to finish off with, come into a roll down. So feet to knees hip width apart. Take a breath in, breathing out as you nod your chin towards the chest, and just roll down through the spine just a few times, just to finish off with. Inhale at the bottom, and exhale to roll up, bit by bit. Good, and just notice how your body feels now, compared to how it felt at the beginning. So hopefully feeling quite stretched. Inhale, and exhale. Good, and then last time. Good, and then with your last one, we're just going to float those arms all the way up and above the head. We're going to interlace the fingers, hands around the back of the head there. Let's come into a very small upper back bend. So lift the chest, lift the breastbone, lift your eye line, hold it there, just breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out, and just take one more breath in this position, and then just bring your head and neck back to the center, and then when you're ready from there, just reach your hands up to the ceiling, unclasp the hands, and then just bring your arms down to rest by your side. Okay, and then that's it for today. So well done. Yeah, so hope you feel lovely and stretched now, lovely and long. And yeah, hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So hopefully I'll see you again for tomorrow's session.